Okay, guys, this is Mr. Drood, and I am going to do the section 2 of chapter 11 additional notes. So this is talking more about express powers that Congress has. So what is a patent? Patents grant you the sole right to manufacture, produce, uh, process, and basically own whatever you make. Usually this could be I like to use the example of a new microchip, like a new microchip in a laptop. You created this modification, something changed, and it is brand new. No one has ever made it before. You can patent that technology to where you are the sole owner and no one else can use it. No one else. So, a patent means that you are the sole owner. That's a little different than copyright. So look in the book and see the difference between a patent and a copyright. Okay, that'll be super important for an activity we'll be doing in class. Congress also has the power of postal powers. Congress, they have the right to establish post offices. That's like the place where we send our mail and we get it and send it out. So you see those across the United States. But Congress also has the right to post roads. Now, what is post roads? This means that Congress has the right to send mail, make the routes. So that means roads. That means railways. That means air travel. That means travel by sea. Congress has used this to be able to make things such as roads and to establish clear routes to make sure the mail gets to us. So this power has been used throughout our history because it's one of the most important methods of getting information and other important stuff to the people. Congress also has the power to acquire territory. That means Congress has the ability to acquire, manage, and even dispose of federal land. In federal land that is not considered a state and it is not admitted as a state, we usually call this a territory. And even though that they are not considered a state like Michigan is or Ohio, they are still the people that live there are still considered U.S. citizens. This is something that a lot of people do not realize is that they are still citizens of the United States. They still vote in elections, but there are some powers and some uh, advantages of being a state that being a territory does not have. So definitely know that Congress has the ability to acquire territory, and it's also important to know that they are U.S. citizens. Alrighty. Now, Congress also has the ability to uh, have power of weight and measure. Now, this isn't really like a lawmaking power that they have, but this is a power to where Congress determines what is the accurate or correct gauge for multiple different things, such as time, distance, area, weight, volume, to make sure that it's the same across the United States. Congress does this for a reason. They do not want people to get confused. So it would be confusing if 1 mile was not the same across the entire United States. Let's say like we were in another world where 1 mile in Michigan is actually a mile and a half in Alaska. That would make things super confusing. So Congress has the ability to say, no, 1 mile is 1 mile. And it'll be the same for wherever you are in the United States. The same thing with things that how much things weigh. Oh, if something weighs 10 pounds, 10 pounds of meat, that'll be the same everywhere. Like 10 pounds, like what if it's a 10.3 pounds, then it's 10.3 pounds. It'd be 10 pounds. Like there's no difference across the United States. So this is to keep things under control, make sure that companies aren't abusing power. This is make sure that states aren't just making random rules this is to make sure that we understand and that we are not confusing ourselves. Okay, Congress has the ability of the power of naturalization. So this basically means that they decide if someone's a citizen of the United States or not. They get to determine how you become a citizen. Naturalization is either you are born a citizen, just if you're born here, you're automatically a citizen, or there's the process of, let's say you come in, you immigrate here. There's a process you have to go to get a citizenship. Now, Congress makes the rules. Like, you're born here, you're automatically a citizen. That was a rule Congress came up with. That was Congress could to change their mind. They can use this power and change it as they see fit. And it's been pretty standardized, but it could change. And lastly, Congress has judicial power. Now, this power means that Congress has the power to create all federal courts. So Congress has the ability to create federal courts. That means that they make everything under the Supreme Court. Say, oh, there is the appellate courts, and there is the other types of courts like that. Congress also has the ability to set punishments, and they're able to see what is a federal crime, what is not a federal crime. This is something that is a huge power and advantage that many people do not see, is that Congress has the ability to determine what is a federal crime and also what is not a federal crime. So just make sure you know the difference with that, okay? All right. So that is it for the chapter 2, section 2 of chapter 11 additional notes. So I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to go on to the next video. Thank you and have a wonderful day.